welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a collab with Collesha Grimes. We're bringing you 2 easy everyday looks. So this is my look here, and I'll go ahead and insert a clip of hers here.
How you gon' act like I don't rock your world? How you gon' act like I don't love you, girl? How you gon' act like I don't do you better than him? Get you wetter than him. I showed you better than him. Oh, no, no, no.
Hopefully you enjoyed her quick little clip there. Don't forget to check her out after you're done watching my video. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the blemishes that are on my face. I usually do not get blemishes like this, so I'm going to try my best to cover them up. If I do not cover them up very well, I do apologize. Again, I really do not get blemishes like this, but let's go ahead and get started and hopefully they turn out great. My blemishes, I'm going to go ahead and use this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the green shade. I'm going to use it to go ahead and cancel out some redness in my blemishes here. Then of course I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and blend that in. Next I'm going to take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium Honey, and I'm going to lay that right on top. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with foundation. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, and this is in the shade 4.5. Concealer shade I'm going to be mixing two. I'm going to be mixing in my Tarte Shape Tape and my Naked Skin Concealer. Naked Skin Concealer is in the shade Light Neutral, and then this one is in the shade Light Medium Honey. I'm going to be dragging the concealer up into my eyelid area. It's going to act as a primer, and it's also going to give me a nice clean base when I get to my eyeshadow. To set that into place, I'm just going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder under the eye area. Before I get to my other eye, I'm just going to blend out anything that was here, and I'm going to set this with a different powder. I'm going to be using my Coty Airspun powder just because it's thicker, and again, I want a clean base. Do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back. My Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to put that all over my face. I'm just going to pack it in, and then later we'll kind of dust off. So now I'm just going to use this big fluffy brush. This is a Morphe NV3, and I'm going to kind of just brush this around and kind of dust off some excess there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and bronze. This is the Alexis Ren and ColourPop Bronzer Duo. This is the shade or palette Topaz. It comes with a bronzer and a highlighter. We're going to be using this a lot today. I'm going to go ahead and bronze my face with a Morphe M527 brush. For my nose now, and I'm just using this e.l.f. flat shader brush for that. To go ahead and set my nose area, I'm just going to use the same Coty Airspun powder and put it around my nose. I like using a thicker powder because my nose is very oily, and it kind of helps keep my oil under control. Extra powder around these areas because they do get very oily, and that's kind of where my makeup tends to break up a lot. To carve out my bronzer, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Duo palette. This is in the shade Caramel Toffee, and I'm just going to be using this banana powder here. I'm going to be using that on an e.l.f. contouring brush. ahead and let this bake on my face. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get started on shadow. Just going to be using the same palette that we bronze with. I'm going to be using both the bronzer and the highlighter. So I'll be applying the bronzer in the crease area, and then I'll be applying the highlighter on top. So I'm just focusing this right in the crease, and then when I go back in with the color again, we'll kind of blend up to the eyebrow. So as you get less and less product, then you'll kind of start to bring it up. So you don't have just a big patch of brown near your under eye or by your eyebrow. It's gonna look very unnatural. So again, putting most of the product in the crease and then slowly blending up. This is more of a natural look. I'm just going to take this highlighter shade on a flatter brush here, not necessarily a dense one, and I'm just going to lightly dust that over. Again, you don't want to put too much pressure because it is a natural look. We're not necessarily going for something intense right now. And you kind of want to bring it into your inner corner. I'm going to go back in again with the bronzer shade and kind of define my crease a little bit more. Go ahead and remove the powder from under my cheeks. I'm going to slowly buff it in with the Morphe MB3. And to avoid a super harsh cut, I'm going to be going back in with my bronzing brush and kind of blending that in. You want to make sure you go in very light because then you'll be in the same situation and you'll kind of have to cut all over again. Next, I'm going to go ahead and gel down my brows. I'm just using an e.l.f. one here. I am going to let my nose bake a little bit longer, again, because it's very oily, so I want it to kind of set in there as long as it can. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight, and again, we're just going to be using the same highlighter that's in this palette here. It's in this shade, She's Here to Stay. And as you can tell, it's not necessarily an intense highlight here, but this is an everyday look that I kind of wear for work when I don't want to be too glamorous, I guess. Taking this blush here by Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Pearlescent Peak. Manny anyway talked about really liking this blush, and I'm so excited because this is actually one of my favorite blushes as well. I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder from my nose so I can go ahead and put some shadow under my eye here. And I'm kind of dusting away and also patting in at the same time. Just again, so my makeup can last longer around my nose. Some highlight there, so I'm just going to go back in with my highlighter and highlight once more. And I also need to go down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to go ahead and just use the same bronzer shade as we've used on the top part of our eye. All the powder, I'm going to go ahead and be using some cucumber water here. This is by Pearl Essence. Go ahead and curl my lashes, and I'm going to apply this Tarte Lash Paint here. Line my eyes with this ColourPop liner. This is in the shade Swerve. I'm going to take the shade Honeydew, also by Colourpop, and I'm going to put that in my waterline. Next, I'm going to take my Cocoa lashes in the style Queen Bee, and I'm going to be applying those. Next, I'm going to be using my Milani lip scrub, and I'm just going to put that on before I put some lip gloss on. For lip gloss today, I'm going to be using Colourpop's lip gloss in the shade Weehoo. The last thing I'm going to do to go ahead and set everything in place is use my Milani setting spray. Hey guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is something that I do every single day, so again, it is a very natural look. Don't forget to check out Collesha's video so you can have 2 natural looks to kind of reference back on. I do like to go to this look when I don't want to use a palette and kind of create a different look. I'll just use what's right in front of me. So hopefully you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you enter my giveaway. It is almost over. I will leave the details in Collesha's video down below. I will see you guys next time. Bye!